High-level prison breaks are never obvious. They always use methods you'd never expect. One day a guard brought me my meal. I stared at the spoon and the food. That's when the escape plan hit me. After the guard left, I started digging into the wall with the spoon. I couldn't help but smile to myself. It was exhausting. But the wall was actually giving way. To avoid getting caught, I tore pages out of a book. After soaking the paper in water, I smeared the dirt from the wall onto it. Once it dried, the paper matched the wall perfectly. I used it to cover the hole and hide everything. The prison was surrounded by water, and strong winds blew year-round, so I took the dirt I dug out and slowly sprinkled it out the window, letting the wind carry it away bit by bit. I knew this kind of escape would take time, to buy myself more digging hours. I told the guards I wanted to stay in my cell to read, and requested to skip yard time, to speed things up. I collected the soup from my meals. I spread it evenly around the hole. The salt in the soup slowly corroded the wall, making the dirt easier to dig out. Using this method, I spent 6 months, digging a tunnel nearly 200 feet long. Everything was ready. One day a prosecutor came to inspect the prison. I knew this was my moment to welcome the official. The prison organized a performance. While everyone was distracted, I quietly walked out of my cell. I hadn't been outside in 6 months. None of the inmates on the yard recognized me. No one paid any attention to my movements. That was exactly what I wanted. Everyone was watching the female inmates perform. Meanwhile, I slowly made my way toward the official's car. Then I dropped down and hid underneath the vehicle, right on schedule. A guard came to deliver my meal. He knocked on the cell door, but got no response. Something felt wrong. He rushed inside the cell, and I was already gone. He immediately sounded the alarm. The entire prison fell into chaos. To ensure the official's safety, the guards rushed him into the car and drove off. What they didn't know was that I was already clinging to the underside of the vehicle, back at the cell. The warden exploded with rage. In anger, he grabbed a book from the bed and threw it at the wall. The book knocked loose the paper covering the hole. The warden pulled the paper away and discovered the tunnel. They immediately concluded that I had escaped through it and called in a detective to investigate. The detective crawled into the tunnel with a flashlight. He moved forward slowly. The tunnel was steep. He slipped and slid straight to the end. There, he realized the tunnel was a dead end. He ordered the guards to pull him back out with a rope, back in the cell. The detective found a worn-down spoon. He determined it was the digging tool. The guards didn't believe it. There was no way a spoon could dig that fast. The detective flicked some dirt into a guard's mouth. The guard immediately said it tasted salty. The detective explained that I used the salt from the soup to corrode the wall, speeding up the digging. The dirt was carried away by the wind. At that moment, the detective finally understood my real plan. The tunnel was never meant to lead outside. It was just a distraction, while they were busy confirming it was a dead end. Precious time slipped away, and by then, I had already escaped the prison by hiding under the official's car.